YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka Medusa. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit the notification bell every time I post up new content. So the verdict is in, and guess what, people? They got this shit wrong once again, right? Or let's just say, not only did they get it wrong, and the only reason why I'm saying this is because they got it wrong because people that actually really watch this shit for what it really is versus everybody else that actually really think that justice, so-called justice, was actually really served. Guess what? You motherfuckers got fucked up once again because I guess they figured, you know, we can't have a second riot behind the same individual, right? So that's actually really this go back and look at some shit, right? I just went back and I looked at the doggone Rodney King footage, which again was bullshit. And then I looked at the George footage, and again it was bullshit. Almost, because that was back in, because the Rodney King thing happened back in 1992, right? So here it is, damn near 30 years later almost, and motherfuckers still, y'all still haven't caught on yet. They got off because for the most part, did nothing actually really happen, right? Rodney King has got his ass beat, right? And then for the most part, right, we just looking at the simple fact that, hey, look, he just called an ass whooping. Not to say that you just don't go around just beating motherfuckers' asses because you want to, right? I'm not saying that, but the thing about it though is this: go back and look at the doggone Rodney King footage. Go back and look at the Rodney King footage, and you tell me whether or not that motherfucker got his ass whooped or not. So let's go ahead and let's fast forward it. Some 29 years later, here comes George Floyd, so-called George Floyd. He gets choked out by a bullshit chokehold, right? So here's the deal, people. I got a question. Whatever happened to everybody that was involved going to jail, right? Because they found him guilty on the charges, right? Well, what about the other motherfuckers that was there? They couldn't stop him? Because like I say, here's a crime, so-called crime in progress. A murder, a so-called murder in process. So the other police officers said, hey, motherfucker, that's enough. Because it's too easy. He already in a kneeling position, which for the most part, anybody that's standing upright, the advantage is on them. He's at a disadvantage. So it's too easy to knock that motherfucker off of him. But they just sit there and they let that shit take place. Right? So that's why I said they got it wrong. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Am I actually really standing up for George Floyd in this particular case? No, because the motherfucker ain't dead. But I am saying this. And it's just for the simple fact, I'm just looking at the simple fact, okay, I'm looking at you, George Floyd. Yeah, you got your, you was handcuffed, but I find it hard to believe that even with your handcuffed, that you didn't put up no type of motherfucking resistance, right? And it's just for the simple fact, it was other police officers there. Just like I said, don't sit up here and say and be like, okay, well, because that officer wouldn't have been able to do that shit by himself. I'm sorry, not being no chokehold. I mean, well, he could have did it by himself. If he was there by himself, then yeah, I could actually really see him actually really getting that charge. But then again, who the fuck was gonna be there to record it? And then anybody else, you know, and see, here's something else. What I don't understand about you so-called motherfuckers that actually really want to go out and record shit, right? And then you don't actually really get involved. You just stand there and motherfucking record, right? I mean, put it like this. If you raggedy motherfuckers was actually like really for your fellow man that you say that you are for, you see somebody doing wrong, you see somebody doing wrong, police or not, get them motherfuckers off of them and say, hey, guess what? You ain't gotta do this like this. No, y'all too busy filming, being the scared little bitches that y'all are. And whoever actually really recorded that footage, whether it came from the doggone security camera or if it came from somebody from a motherfucking camera phone, right? Probably got your little bullshit money and you ain't been heard from since then. So all what I'm saying is this, people. Ask yourself the motherfucking question. Okay, they got one. Whoop the damn do, right? They got one. What about the other motherfuckers that was there, right? And put like this, I'm only speaking as if I was one of y'all. They really don't know no damn better. But I already know George Floyd ain't dead, right? And then again, who's to say that this motherfucker going to jail, right? Hollywood at its finest, people. Y'all ain't caught on yet. And 9 times, damn, and 9 times out of 10, y'all won't catch on. George Floyd didn't die, but it made it seem like he died. Then y'all went out and tore up shit. Now they put him on trial. And they like make it look real good. Right? Then they say, all right, look, we gonna charge you. We gonna let everybody think that you guilty, right? And then you, George Floyd, and President Biden later on this evening, y'all gonna get together at the White House for food and drinks. Plain and simple, people. But again, it's just like what I say, y'all, that's what the fuck y'all wanna believe. Just like I say, Hollywood at its finest. So with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, cross street, round the corner. Paulus Harris, aka the Medusa. Domino motherfuckers. Till next time.